Imagine you are placing an order on some e-commerce portal like Flipkart, Amazon. You click buy now. The system first processes your payment. If the payment succeeds, the order is created successfully. Within the next few seconds, you receive a confirmation email, an SMS, a push notification, reward points are added to your account. The warehouse starts preparing your package and your order appears in your order history. To you, everything feels almost instantaneous. But think about it. Did the order service actually wait for every one of these actions to finish before responding? Imagine if it had to wait for all the service before showing order placed successfully, your order confirmation would take much longer. And if just one non critical service became slow or unavailable, your entire order could fail. That's not how modern distributed systems are built. They keep the critical path short, like process the payment, create the order, return the response to the customer, and process the remaining work like sending email, SMS, adding loyalty points in the background in asynchronous manner using message queue. In this video, we will understand why distributed systems need message queues, what problem they solve. Let's start with a simple architecture. A customer clicks buy now. The application processes the payment. If the payment succeeds, the order service creates the order. The order service is directly connecting to all the services post order processing. So after order creation, it calls other services such as loyalty, notifications, shipping, analytics service. So at this stage, you might be thinking, what's wrong with this approach? Imagine if the notification service becomes slow, the order service has to wait. Or suppose the shipping service is temporarily unavailable, the order service has two choices, either wait or fail the request. Neither option is ideal. Now imagine thousands of customers placing orders every second. Every order waits for multiple downstream services, due to which response time increases, failure start spreading across services, and soon one slow service begins affecting the entire checkout flow. This is called tight coupling. The order service depends on every downstream service being available at that exact moment. As the system grows, this approach simply does not scale. So, how do modern distributed systems solve this problem? They keep the critical path as short as possible. The payment is processed, the order is created. Once both are successful, the order service publishes an event. This event is sent to a message queue, such as Kafka or RabbitMQ. That's it. The customer immediately receives orders placed successfully. Meanwhile, other services consume the event independently. The loyalty service calculate and credit reward points. The notification service sends the email, SMS, or push notification. The shipping service starts preparing the shipment. The analytics service records the order. None of these services block the customer's request. The order service no longer waits for everyone else. This is called asynchronous communication. Instead of saying do this right now, the order service simply says the order has been created. Here is the event. Process it whenever you are ready. Now let's see why this pattern is so useful in distributed systems. First is better reliability. Take the worst case scenario. Assume the notification service is down. Without a message queue, the notification request may fail or it may simply be lost. With a message queue, the message stays safely stored. When the notification service comes back online, it continues processing from where it left off. The customer still receives the notification, no important events are lost. Second is load leveling. Traffic is rarely constant in production system, right? Imagine a flash sale. Suddenly thousands of customers place orders within a few minutes. Your notification service or maybe shipping service or loyalty service may not be able to process everything immediately. Without a message queue, requests start timing out or services become overloaded. With a message queue, incoming requests are accepted immediately. The messages wait safely in the queue and consumers process them at a pace they can handle. The system remains stable even during massive traffic spikes. And the third is loose coupling. The order service does not need to know who consumes the message, how many consumers exist, or where they are running. It simply publishes an event. Any service interested in that event can consume it independently. Tomorrow, you might introduce a fraud detection service or a recommendation service. You don't need to modify the order service at all. It continues publishing the same event, while new services simply subscribe to it. That's what makes distributed systems easier to build, maintain, and evolve. Let's go back to our Amazon Flipkart example. A customer clicks buy now, the payment is processed, inventory is reserved, the order is created successfully. At this point, the order service publishes an order created event. Now, multiple services react independently. The notification service sends an email, an SMS, or a push notification. The loyalty service credited reward points. The shipping service starts preparing the shipment. The analytics service records the sale. The recommendation service updates customer preferences. Think about it. The order service does not call any of these services directly. It publishes a event. Every interested service consumes that event and performs its own work independently. That's the advantage of using event driven architecture. Several technologies implement this idea. Kafka is designed for high throughput event streaming. RabbitMQ is widely used for reliable task processing. Amazon SQS is a fully managed cloud message queue. Although they work differently, they all solve the same fundamental problem, allowing distributed services to communicate asynchronously. So, why do distributed systems need message queues? Because they make systems more reliable, they help absorb certain traffic spikes, they reduce dependencies between services, and they allow services to communicate asynchronously instead of waiting for one another. Without a message queue, every service depends on every other service being available at the same time. With a message queue, services communicate through events, making the entire system more resilient, more flexible, and much easier to evolve. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.